All right, guys, wasn't sure if this was going to happen. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do first day in pockets for the Mini Tempest by Sharp by Design. This is the production version of the Mini Tempest. Got it from my buddy Tino. I sharpened it for him. I did an unboxing, but now he said this is going to be a user knife, so I can go ahead and do some stuff with it. So let's do some first day in pockets. You guys know what time it is. Turn down the volume because, well, here comes a little bit of music. So you guys saw, we did the unboxing on this, a really nice knife. I didn't know if I was going to be able to carry it. I asked Tino, he said, look, this is going to be a user knife, do whatever you want with it. I've actually carried it a little bit today. I think it's been like 4 hours now, it's noon-ish, so about 4 or 5 hours I've carried this. I did have my Chavez Ultramar Redención Street in my pocket as well, but I've been carrying this. A lot of fun. I'm not sure if it's a knife for me, but we're going to give it a shot. I did cut up a little bit of cardboard with it. It cuts really well. So let's go ahead, turn this around and just take some first impression looks. I'll show you a couple of the things that I did notice that I don't necessarily like about it, but it is a very good knife. So let's turn it around and take a look at it from above. Guys, this is a treat I wasn't sure we were going to have because, like I said, I didn't know how Tino felt about me using this. This is the Mini Tempest by Sharp by Design. This is the production version of his knife. It is done by Riat, just to get that out of the way. So, not going to do any specs, no weights, no anything. I do know this is M390. In case you guys didn't notice, I cut the ever-living crap out of my finger earlier today. Doing something in the Gilded server for the paying members. I was trying to show them something, and I cut the crap out of my finger doing it. So first day in pockets, I've only had this out since this morning. It is evening here in San Diego. So I've been carrying this all day. I did shoot something else. I had something else in my pocket, but I'm digging the way this feels in hand. I only have a couple small issues with it so far. And it's deployment. It's deployment stuff. I'm not a fan of the top flippers. And then that, if you look, that fuller is just kind of, it's easy to miss it with my big hands to get in there. And there you go, like that. When you get it, it's great. The action on it is pretty good. I can slow roll the top flipper, even though, you know, I can do it. It just, I don't like the instability that I feel when I have a top flipper and I'm out past and it just doesn't feel like I have the whole knife in my hand. So we're going to take a look at it quick. It's really, really gorgeous. I like everything. The only thing I don't like about this, I have to admit, I scratched the shit out of my car. This pocket clip is a little sharp. If this was mine, I would definitely clean that up. It way sharper than a lot of the other pocket clips. So you can hear it. Here, listen. Yeah, it's kind of sharp, and I walked by my car to go get something out of the car, and I bumped up against it, and I already scratched the crap out of my car by walking by. So that's, I mean, comfort-wise, it's a really comfortable pocket clip. Like I said, see how you have to, like, to do a top flipper for me, like, to get my hand out of the way, I'm clear back like this. That just doesn't feel like a stable grip. Not a fan of that. I can do the fuller flick, though. This does have Brian's typical detent. I like to call it a detent nub. It's not actually a detent ball. Action on it's really, really smooth. I did already sharpen this for Tino. I will tell you, heat treat on this M390 is obviously really good. It fought me the entire way. It is extremely sharp. Cut up some cardboard with it. In hand, comfortable. Super, super comfortable. I've never had one of Brian's knives that did not just immediately just melt in my hand. It's just about the perfect ergonomically for almost everyone. Cuts really well, nice and thin. I don't have any specs or anything because, like I said, this is first day in carry, first day in pockets. So I do it blind, so I don't know anything about it. I do like Brian's cutout here. It's not as deep. It gives it an aesthetic look to go with the other lines of the knife. It looks a lot, you know, you've got that, and then you have your jimping. Pivot is beautiful. You cannot, like Riat's machining and milling and everything, it's amazing. You can't even feel the transitions between that fat carbon and the titanium. It is a clamshell design. So it's not like it's not like a 3-piece design. It's just 2-piece design, which actually I kind of dig that. It takes some of the extra moving parts, a lot of the extra hardware. It makes it a lot cleaner. There's only 1 screw on this. Really, really super clean look. So the only screws you have on it are your pivot, pocket clip screw, your lock bar insert, and your pivot on this side. Nothing. Nice and clean. I do like knives that have, you know, standoffs, because you can get some artistic stuff in those standoffs. They're really attractive. But as far as clean lines and minimal hardware, that clamshell is great, because this screw is an assembly screw. So you only need technically 2 screws holding this knife together. This side and this side. That's it. A 2-screw design. So centering on it's perfect. I'm going to carry this for a little bit. I do want to get it back to Tino. He hasn't really got to do anything with his knife. Let me turn these lights around, get rid of some of these shadows so I can take a picture. Sorry about that. But yeah, really attractive. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more blue in this, but you can't complain. And in case you don't know, it switched. He had some other materials he was going to use for this that he was supposed to get from carbon plate, and carbon plate basically screwed him out of $15,000. So just to throw that out there, don't do business with carbon plate. They took like $10,000 or $15,000 of Brian's money and have not returned it as of yet. This is a bolster lock, and you can really feel that when the knife is in the closed position or the open position. You can definitely feel that transition, but up here, nothing at all. So really, really nice knife. I like Brian. I like his designs. It's another win, in my opinion, if you don't mind the top flipper. I don't mind doing it as a slow roller, but to try and flip it, I'm just not a fan. But like I said, I can always get in on that. I can always get in on that fuller and do the reverse flick. So there you go, guys. Just a quick first day carry on the Nadu Sharp by Design Mini Tempest. So let's turn this around and do some final thoughts. So like I said, guys, my biggest thing with it is I'm not a fan of top flippers, front flippers, and with it not having a thumb stud, it limits me, because it's really hard to get, it's kind of difficult to get in on that fuller. I can do it. But I talked to Brian about it, and he goes, well, he doesn't like top flippers or front flippers, but he also hates thumb studs worse. So that explains why there's not a secondary mechanism except for the fuller flick. Yeah. Guys, nice knife. We'll see. I'll do a full review of it after I've used it for a little bit. I do have to get this back to Tino. So, guys, that's it on this one. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down. Please try to tell me why. I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. If you want to support the channel, like I always say, like, share, subscribe. It helps push channels up the algorithm. It's one of the best things you can do. If you do want to support the channel financially, however, there's a bunch of different ways. I have them all down in the description. I have memberships where you guys get in on early access to videos, sometimes exclusive content, exclusive stuff that I do for the paying members, premium tier sharpening tutorial series. I've set up a gilded server, which is a lot like Discord, where we get in there, we can chat, and there's some other people in there besides just the paying members right now, which are other content creators, things like that. And you save $5 per knife on my sharpening service. Other ways you can do it, I have a bunch of affiliate links down in the description below, some of my Amazon, some of my other vendors. Regardless of what you purchase, it doesn't cost you anything. There's no additional cost. The vendors just give me some money for having brought those items to you. And the final way is, if you want, you can go purchase some of my merchandise over on Ember Shirt Co. I have a link to the store down below. I've also set you up a coupon code, which is CrazySharp, all one word, capital C, capital S. CrazySharp saves you 10% anywhere on Ember Shirt Co. for any of the merchandise for any of the creators there. And, you know, if you send me pictures of you wearing the merchandise, I will put them in videos. So, guys, I love you all. Keep it clean in the comment section. It makes it easier to moderate the channel. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I will see you in the next video.